I'm going to be walking you through the whole process of making a first-person shooter thumbnail, one that really stands out and will guarantee you views. It doesn't matter what game it is, it could be Black Ops, it could be Apex Legends, it could be whatever. I'm going to be using Photopea for this video. You can either use Photopea, Photoshop, whatever, but it's going to be a lot easier if you follow along with Photopea. So first thing you want to do is go to photopea.com, or if you have the app downloaded, just go ahead and open it up. Then click on new project, and for the size, click on this one. It's called YouTube thumbnail. If you don't see this, go ahead and type in 1280 by 720, and let's name the project FPS thumbnail. Once done, click on create. Now this is the most daunting part of any project, the white canvas. Where do I start? Where do I begin? How do I find inspiration? Don't worry guys, I'm going to make it a lot easier to find inspiration because I'm going to be showing you exactly what I would do. So first off, I need a background. Now, depending on whatever game you play, you can actually take a screenshot in game somehow, or if you just find it online, like I did here, Nuketown, right? Black Ops 6. Here's the map, and it's a high quality picture. So I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to right click on it and copy it. And I'm going to hit Control V to paste it into my project. For the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to have to remove this watermark, and I do not recommend anyone ever doing this. It's probably not even legal. Don't steal people's designs, but I'm going to do this just to show you guys what a good thumbnail looks like. So I'm going to be using the spot healing brush tool right here. And I'm just going to brush over this watermark. I need a good screenshot, so I'm going to have to do this, unfortunately. And just keep doing it until it's fixed. Honestly, this part's going to get covered anyways, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just leave it for now. Next up, we need a picture of a gun. Now this can be done in many ways. Personally, I don't have the game installed, so I'm just going to rip this one online. If you go in game and inspect your gun, you can just screenshot it and then use your own gun. But since I don't have the game installed, I'm going to have to use one on Google. So here it is. I'm just going to right click on it, copy it, and paste it into your project. Now there's one small issue, and let's see if you guys can guess what that issue is. There's a background, and it's such a pain in the butt to delete backgrounds, but it's really not, because there's a super cool feature called remove BG. So once your layer is selected, go up to select and click remove BG. Give it a few seconds, let it do its magic, and boom, you have your gun cut out. I freaking love that feature. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale it up. So hit Control Alt T, grab one of these boxes and scale it up. Scale it up, baby. And I'm gonna make it about this big. This looks fine. Okay, check mark. Now, look, there's a HUD. What do? Spot healing brush and make sure this layer is selected, not the raster mask. Select that little bit, give it a few seconds, and it's gone. Okay, simple as that. Now we have the gun to work with and the background. Next thing you want to do is go to the description and click on my website link. It should take you here. From here, scroll down to Elemental Pack. I just made this pack. Super useful. We're going to be using it for this video. Type in whatever you want to pay. You could do $0, you could do $1 million. Check out, download it. Then it should be a folder that looks like this once you open it. And there's fire, ice, and water. We're going to be using fire and fire overlays. Now we just need to find one that we want to use. I'm going to use this one. Once you find one you like, go ahead and drag it into your project. Then it should look like this. Now let's just scale it up to fit the entire image. Now I'm going to drag it down quite a bit to about here. Click that check mark. Now change the blend mode of it to screen to get rid of the black background. Okay, now it looks like this. Already looking really awesome. But I kind of want to change the color of it to purple to match the gun. So how do we do that? Super easy. Make sure it's selected. Go up to Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation. Now all you want to do is adjust the hue slider slightly to the left until it looks the way you want it to look, which it does. And now we are done. Now click OK. Now I kind of want the bottom of the image to look a little purple to kind of offset the background. So it's super simple. Go down here to the bottom right and click on New Layer. Go to your brush tool on the left side of your screen and hold Alt and right click. Drag right to make it bigger, left to make it smaller, up to make it softer, down to make it harder. We're going to go ultra soft and make it pretty big. Now make sure this top box here is the color you want. I'm going with purple. And go ahead and draw across the screen. Okay, like this. And now we're done. So it looks okay. Come on, guys. Come on. You know we're not about that crap. We only make good stuff here. So now what we want to do is click on this blend mode option box thingy and go to overlay. Now it's pretty extreme. We're going to lower the opacity to like 50%. Also, the gun isn't as sharp as I want it to be. I kind of want it to be a little bit crispier. So how do we do that? Go up to filter. Make sure your weapon is selected. Go to sharpen and smart sharpen. Then you can just leave it default and click OK. Now it's just a lot sharper and it looks sick. Now, believe it or not, we're probably about halfway done with this video. So guys, you're doing great. Just keep up with me. It's going to be well worth it. Next up, we're going to add a few light spots on this gun. So go ahead and go down here to new layer, go to your brush tool, make sure this top box is white and make it kind of small. Change the blend mode to overlay and kind of just click in random places on the gun. No real method, just do it and it'll look pretty good. So before and after, I don't know, it just kind of adds more to it and it looks awesome. So that's why I did it. Now the background honestly is kind of, it stands out a little too much. So we're going to have to blur it. So click on your background layer, go to filter, blur and Gaussian blur and scale it to about 1.5 pixels or whatever you want and click OK. Guys, you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing. I'm just kind of inspiring you and giving you methods and how you could actually make your own first-person shooter thumbnail. Nothing is concrete. You can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to give you some ideas. Let me go ahead and name the stuff on the right so we can stay organized. Light spots. Oops, I cannot spell. Guys, posture check. Is your posture good right now? I want you guys to have good posture, so check on that every once in a while because personally, mine is not. But oh well. Go ahead and label these. I don't want to give you guys bad habits. Okay, now we are organized and we can continue with this thumbnail. So what's next? Okay, we're pretty much done. But what we're going to do is we're going to get curves. And I know everyone likes curves. So go down here to new adjustment layer and click on curves. Now this is super simple. Don't be afraid. Grab this spot and drag it up a little bit. Now drag this one and go down on this line. And that's all. So before and after. Makes it stand out even more and it's just really pleasing to the eye. Now, would you guys believe me if I told you we're on the last step? All you have to do now is add super bloom right here. Now, if you don't have it, don't worry. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Go up to Window, Plugins, and you can either search it in or you could just find it at the top, most likely. Click on it and click Install. Click this X and it should be here on the right side of your screen. Go ahead and click on that. Now, all you have to do is adjust the brightness, or you can tweak other settings, and I'm going to adjust it to about 25. Once you're done, click Add to Document, and boom. Look at that. Look at that beauty. You can see before, after. You might be wondering, how did I add text to my gun, right, in the thumbnail? Well, I really just did it for my thumbnail, but if you did want to add text to your gun and make it look like it's on your gun, it's super simple. Go ahead and grab some text. Type in some text. I used the Anton font. Just gonna scale it up a little here. We'll just Control-Alt-T it. Gonna rotate it like this. Now double click on your text. Or actually, hold on. Right click on your text. Rasterize. Now hit Control-Alt-T. Right click, perspective. Grab this box and drag it like that. Okay, there we go. Check mark. Double click your text. Add a drop shadow. Adjust the distance and the angle. Like that. I added a gradient overlay. I adjust the scale to like 5. And the angle so that it's like straight up and down, and then I move the off X so it's 2 different colors, and then from there you can just adjust the color to whatever you want. So I could do like red and white like I did in the thumbnail. But yeah, it's pretty simple to do that, and But yeah, this is the thumbnail. And I think it looks really good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I almost forgot to show you how to export. Go up to File, Export as, JPEG or PNG. Select the quality and click Save. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you in the next one. Before you go, don't forget to check out my website for tons of bonus content like my exclusive courses, graphics packs, and socials like my Discord server, plus the soon-to-be Cambit Academy. If you want to level up your designs even faster, consider joining the Cambit Creates channel membership. You'll get access to a folder packed with hundreds of effects, copyright-free music, and more to take your content to the next level. Hit that join button or check the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep creating.